Hi there, you are tuned into Beauty and Braids, the podcast where I, Karen Tenard, has conversations about all things relevant to personal growth and development. Just a heads up, I'm unfiltered. You're welcome. And here is part 2 to Beauty Extended, the second round with Vastia, Rochelle, and Maya. Okay, this is definitely off topic from the first one, so I had to just make this another episode. So here we go.
If I were to tell y'all the amount of on my end, y'all be like, "Damn, why she still smiling?"
No,
But
same.
You have to though. You still have to.
Yeah.
You got to stay positive. Like there's no growth in fear.
Right.
You have to move forward in positive light, love, light, and life, because you have to see the silver lining at all times and see God's work all the time. He's good no matter what pandemic or whatever illness that we're going through. He's gonna make a way. So I be smiling. I have to dance. Have the music on. Stay away from the social media because it can get a little. People don't even greet no more. They just send you videos about COVID. And I'm like,
stop. It's triggering.
Right. We're all in this together. We know what these videos are viral.
Check those people, because I have found that people cling to negativity. It's like a source for them, right? And you need to call them on that. Like, first of all, I get to choose what I intake. And just like you had access to find this, I do too. I chose not to. Keep that to yourself. But also bring to their attention that, yes, you went out of your way to show me 70 times that Idris had this. You didn't tell me that Idris is fine and he and his wife never even came down with symptoms. That part you didn't feel as emotional about to tell me, like, yeah, he did all right. Right? Like, isn't that bizarre? Like, everyone went out of their way to say, oh my gosh, Tom Hanks, oh my gosh, and his wife, and his wife, and his wife, they're good. Did you say that they back in LA having a smoothie? You never told me that part. That part wasn't important to you. And there has to be a reason why, right? Like, everybody's phone blew up about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is okay and thriving. Are we going to talk about it? No, we're not. Why is that?
Because the thing is I think that people have been conditioned in a sense, because when you look at media and you look at propaganda and you look at the ways in which the world tends to give news, they give news in a sensational way, and they make sure that every single headline is about this one particular thing, and then you don't hear about like the back end. You don't hear about like how people are doing good or whatever. So I feel like as you grow up, and especially when we grew up in a time where if you were old enough where your TV was actually a radio, or when your actual TV was the size of somebody's radio, nice and big and bulky, you kind of sort of give news like how you receive news.
Right.
So those generations tend to give you the way that they normally get it. So like now that we have like the internet and we have ways in which we can talk to people all the way in the Bay Area from here, we're more connected and we're less I would like to say less, we're more focused on the bad that's going on in all of these areas, and we're less focused on like the fact that, hey, some people that have been cured from it, or I know some people that have had it and didn't know that they had it until after they've already came on the other side and they're perfectly fine. But the thing is like, since we're so accustomed to giving bad news and receiving bad news, that's the only thing that we know to connect to. But I really do speak to that point of making sure you limit your social media intake, limit your news intake. It's okay to peek at the news every so often to find out what's going on in the world, but I give myself 55 minutes on Instagram. If it's past 55 minutes, I'm not on Instagram. I don't have any notifications for anything. So nobody can, like, even though I get a whole influx of information sent to me, I get to consume it at my own pace. And I don't put that on other people, because for them, they don't know how to deal with pandemics, or they don't know how to deal with stuff like this. For me, I worked in ICU, CCU, I've worked in NICU, I've worked in mother baby. So because of those things, a lot of this is just like, oh, okay, because I've not necessarily desensitized or normalized. I've learned to accept certain things for facts and then deal with the emotional aspects of it as things go gradually. So I feel like a lot of us, we're just taught to just work on emotions first and then think about the outcome afterwards, or just anger first and then ignore all the good that normally comes. So it's just, it's way we're programmed.
It's like the kids, like if the one that's doing good all the time, nobody really pays attention to that one. But the one that's acting out, that's the one that gets all the attention. And you're sitting there like, why am I rewarding this one to be quiet when this one has been
that was me.
You know, like, so I always focus on the kid that is actually, because that was me, doing the right thing all the time, but getting unnoticed because you're seen but not heard. Like, it's just kind of, you're there.
Right.
But the one that's like, like they need all the attention, and it's like, yo, why are we rewarding this? So I started restricting a lot of people on Instagram. I started blocking people on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
WhatsApp will have you sitting here thinking that everything is a problem and everything is the solution.
Listen, I blocked my mother. I like on WhatsApp. No, because, and I told her,
you gotta do what you gotta do,
because she just sends it, like whenever somebody sends something, she forwards it. Like, it's just like, and I'm like, can you call me, see how I'm doing, talk to me? Like, you don't have to send me videos. We already know what's going on. Wash your hands. Okay, we understand it. Like, everybody is grown. Like, we understand this. Maybe we should talk to the kids about washing your hands.
Yeah.
Some grown people don't know how to wash it, but I'm just saying, I'm like, I don't need to see all of these videos. Stop tagging me. I'm good. I suffer from anxiety. I don't need to hear these ping, ping, pings over and over and over, and it's nothing good. It's never nothing that wants to make me smile. Like, hi, girl.
Right.
Hey, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay. So now I wanted to talk about Maya. You have Poor Little Rich Girl Studio. Her website. So I just wanted to just plug her. Also, she was actually one of the winners from last Beauty Extension.
I did win, and I love my stuff. I did. I got a body scrub, and I don't remember the owner's name, honestly. I don't know that she actually told me her actual name, but I received a body scrub, and she was like, "Oh, well, tell me what you love and what your skin type is like, and blah 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 blah." Like, which was really nice, as opposed to just throwing something in the mail. You get what you get, and so she customized for me, which is a blessing when someone is doing this. You know, it's actually organic and actually, like, you know, made small batch, not like pulling it off the shelf. And so I ended up with a coffee and cocoa butter scrub, and it's everything. Not only does it make me happy because I love coffee, and while I was fluish, I wasn't having any because I like milk in my coffee, and I was trying to stay away from the dairy because I was mucusy. So I was like, it was like getting me to the time where I could have coffee again. So I love it. I think she's awesome. But thank you so much. Yes, Poor Little Rich Girl Studio is an online store, and I guess the idea of it was to have a space for not just for us, but definitely I'm buying with us in mind. So, like, colors that we have there look good on me, not like colors at Gap are always like they look good on pink tones, and I'm like, dang, that's a cute dress, but that color's weird. So so, you know, that's kind of the premise, is I am you know, buying considering us, and I keep everything affordable. So thank you so much.
Amazing.
Huh?
You was
That's
about to say?
amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So that's good. So I just wanted to make sure everybody has like this flag. So, and I mentioned Vastia as an author, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
by the
Yes.
way, I was about to
So,
say,
Trying to
I
follow
guess
up
this
to
is
tell us
my
where to find
my
everything.
time to throw in. So, my books, I currently have 3 books that are out. Basically, I am a self-love motivator. I like for people to feel good about who they are at all aspects. That means with the bad, the good, the ugly, and the great. I basically take the issues that I've gone through in life. I've been raped, I've been molested, I've had a whole bunch of things happen to me. So I give my business so that I can get money, so that I can donate to organizations that actually help stop the cycle of each individual thing. So I give to the Rape Foundation because they assist as far as, medical costs. Everybody knows that a lot of tests aren't really ran. So they actually pay for testing. They cover the cost of testing because you as a victim tend to have to be the person to pay for your own rape kit. So they basically cover those costs. So what I do is I go around, I sell my books, and I donate 30% of proceeds from each one of my books to different organizations to stop domestic violence and stop basically the cycle of homelessness, because ultimately that's my way of continuing to give back. I needed to find a way to use my voice to not only, be loud and freaking proud about the shenanigans that I go through in life, but to also make sure that I'm speaking up for people who can't advocate for themselves or who are fearful of advocating for themselves, especially as a Caribbean woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I do media stuff. So I be on people's TVs and stuff like that.
What country you from?
Haitian.
Okay. Hey.
So yeah, that's it.
Flag.
I love it.
yeah. So no, and through our words, that's how we tell our story, and through our stories, that's how we heal the world. So I really admire every one of y'all, and I'm gonna continue doing the beauty extended and giving an opportunity for different people to just kind of connect, give out what they're going through and any tips that they can, vice versa. Now it became a whole exchange between everyone on the call instead of just the beauty industry. So I'm like, you know. So I do want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Natural Hydration Product. She's running a 50% off for her thing. So her products are really good. I use what did I use the oatmeal body scrub.
Learn that you don't remember today.
No, but it's oatmeal body scrub. I used it actually this morning because I was outside and it was super like dry and cold outside. The sun is out, but it was like cold.
Cold, yeah.
So we also have Diva Magazine, who is also like promoting the event. She has an online magazine, so that is definitely a place where you can get your information out. She's highlighting all women entrepreneurs and what they're doing, and what they're going through this time. And Gore Media, by her own rules, media. She is also media. Of course, she's media, but she's also promoting this the Beauty Extended event to her, I guess, her audience. So I'm just like, is that everybody?
So Diva Magazine.
Diva Mag, DVAMag.com.
And all this stuff will be in
In a recap.
Perfect.
It'll be in the recap, and this will be followed by it'll go live on Spotify, iHeart, Google, all the major podcast platforms Monday. So it'll be a beauty extended episode, and it'll also be viewed on YouTube. So yeah, so I'm just trying to get the information out as possible, like on every platform as possible. And from time to time, you'll see me highlight a couple of y'all businesses on Beauty and Braids podcast Instagram page. So you'll just randomly get like a shout out just because I just like promoting people that I like. So
I
and
do
what
too.
they like.
So I'll definitely do it. I think it's important that we do that. So I'm happy to.
Agreed.
All right, thank you so much. And a little update on Julia. She had 3 kids and she has a really young one. I think she just turned 1. So yeah, so she's like, it's a lot to try to entertain them, get them ready, and then get on the call. So she didn't expect it to be that crazy today. So we still love her sending out.
She's a mom.
Right? These kids. And she has twins. She has twins. So it's like, I said 3 kids. She has 4 kids, but 3 of them are like young.
Wow. God bless Julia.
So,
I got 1 and she is a headache. So whoever wants her,
How old?
She's 13 going on 30.
Wow, 13?
Yeah, 13 going on 30. So if you want her, she cooks, she cleans.
why are you giving her up then?
Because she talks back.
Listen.
She talks back now. I liked it better before.
It'll be better. She was gonna be your best friend.
Oh no, that's bestie. But we could be besties from afar. So if you want her, I could FedEx her. I make sure she comes sanitized.
The way COVID is set up right now,
I'll make sure she come over sanitized. I got you.
They are essential.
Exactly.
Each package is moving.
My sister the other day, she was there like, hey, can you cut my hair? I said, girl.
My daughter's enjoying it because all she's been doing is bothering me, picking up all the food. That's all she does. She just bothers me and eats food. That's it.
Oh shoot, we should have covered that. I promise you, food became a hobby. I'm in here getting on the scale every few days. Like,
listen,
I just made salmon yesterday.
Periodically, just to make sure, like, what is going on?
Like, let me go look in the fridge real quick.
No, I've been snacking on crackers and drinking lots of tea and water. Like,
I've been drinking a lot of tea, but I don't want to. I wasn't feeling good. I just had to. I'm so over tea. I don't know what to do with myself. But what else are you going to do? Be like, okay, let me whip up this fabulous meal. Then you eat the fabulous meal and then you might like work a little bit. Then you like, cook something? Like, what are you going to do? The days are long, baby. The days ain't never been this long ever. The days are long. And now the sun then came out and it's bright and beautiful here. I'm like, ooh, I need something to do. Honestly, work is not filling that much time. There ain't enough.
You're gonna have to take naps.
So you just start a project. Start a new project. That's what I started doing.
I started so many projects.
Like what? I'm thinking about ordering some paint supplies and start painting. But like what?
Yeah, I started back painting.
Mm-hmm. I might start painting.
You know what I got on Amazon the other day? Tie-dye kit.
Okay,
crazy enough, I haven't seen that
until the doggone quarantine is over. Everything I've tried to order, they be like, "I'm gonna get with you in a few months." Like my delivery.
No, I'm getting that in a few days.
Huh?
You get that in a few days.
No, indeed. What I gotta do? I need to buy Prime Plus or something. Amazon.
I got Prime.
I'm like, do I need to upgrade my Prime? The deliveries are like way far. They're like weeks and weeks out. I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna be able to go outside by then. But a tie-dye kit, that's cute. I watched maybe it was BuzzFeed actually, but I watched a cute little something about tie-dye and I was like, that's cute.
And I got into crystals this year, so I've been making a lot more crystal things. And
I've been the way that I've been basically dealing with this quarantine, honestly, is I've been sharing resources with people. So like food pantries, I've been helping people as far as like because all right, so other part of me, I'm currently finishing my dual masters in industrial organizational psychology and in child and adolescent development. I have a bachelor's in psychology and I have an associate's in health sciences. So I focus a lot on mental health. I focus a lot on like basically just people being in tune with who they are innately. So I've been like sharing like things or tips and tricks. A lot of people have been saying like because of the stuff that I'm sharing with them, it's been making them feel better with what's going on in the world. So I try to distract but also still inform, if that makes sense, like that balance. I've been doing a lot. I had stopped doing makeup tutorials, so everybody's been asking me to do some more makeup tutorials. So I think that that's another thing that I'm going to start doing again, is incorporating makeup looks while I still talk about like different topics, whether it be girl talk, talks about pretty much any and everything. No topics are pretty much off limits for me. And I've been working on 4 other books. I know that sounds like a lot, but I pretty much tend to work on everything all at once so that
How
way.
long do you think we're gonna be in this quarantine?
I'm not
She's
gonna
like
hold
4 other books. Like, you aiming for 2020.
Listen,
I think we're gonna be
2021.
quarantine for a little while.
yeah.
And I think it's gonna come back in this.
I hope we get out by July.
I hope so too. I spent my
By
birthday.
July. First of all, y'all ain't been in that long, okay? I done done my time, okay? I ain't waiting until July. I promise I'm gonna be on the 6 o'clock news if I have to wait till July. I won't.
I think it's gonna last the whole month of April and maybe a little trickle in May, but it's still gonna be like dangerous a little bit.
I feel like it's gonna go to May. It might hit June.
May I'm gonna be outside.
I need to listen. I spent my birthday quarantined. I need to get out. I gotta go.
You're trying to get out this box. You in this thing like.
What about that?
I gotta go.
You know, I'm so petty. So like, I had a woman. I do women's retreats. So I had a women's retreat to India, and there was a few girls that was kind of nervous to go on a women's retreat, so they canceled in February. And they were Aries, and it was their birthday. And girl, we went to India, had a good time, came back, and they was like, "Oh no, my birthday." I was like, "See, that's what I told you. You should have came on the trip. You could have had a birthday." All the Aries that came on the trip, we gave them birthday party. Now look at y'all Aries just sitting there alone, child.
Listen, and it snowed and rained on my birthday. I was like, wonderful. And it was my 30th birthday. I was like,
well,
wonderful.
that makes you not want to go outside though, right? Doesn't that make it like less, like if it were November, I would be okay because it's dark, it's cold, it gets, you know what I mean? It's like, where else I want to be anyway? Let's just have pie and ice cream and chill out for a month.
I think also because they're telling me I can't or that I shouldn't, it's making me want to do it more.
I don't think I would care if it were cold and dark. I think I'd be down.
I'd be like,
it'd be like, whatever, I'm camped out. It's cool. Let's do that. Let's go to the snow in Tahoe. Let's hang out.
I think
tomorrow's Easter.
This is 28 for me. Enough.
I think that's a good thing. I think that we need to figure out who can come to your house. Can I bring some to my house that don't have it?
No.
How you gonna know?
I wish that we could figure that part out so I can have guests.
Like, can they spray something around somebody and be like,
I don't know.
Okay, now, if I could host a few dinner parties in person, it'll be lit, but no.
Well, okay, so you have an online boutique. Can you do, like, dress up videos?
Oh, my husband? Y'all want to see him in some dresses?
No, you. Like, do
I
that.
try not to post I really try not to post myself. I try to not be.
Or get an influencer.
You want me to send you something? You want to put on a dress and take some pictures? I'm really like, I haven't even told them on this business. I am so separate from my business.
I'm the same way.
People don't cheer for you. They'll buy it if they think it's cute, but if they know it's yours, then it's like they don't. So I'd rather just be separate.
A lot of people don't even know Travel Rush is my company. Like, a lot of people don't know.
Unfortunately, in our community, it does not work out.
No. And same thing with my new company, Steamy Clean. I'm just gonna go, I have my people that need it in the industry, and if you know that I do it, I do it. But that's it. It's really hard. The only thing that I promote that a lot of my friends know is Beauty King. Like, a lot of them want me to do hair because they want me to do your damn hair. But a lot of times your people that you think that support you, they really not support.
Right.
No. You should have put your personal though.
Nuts on my personal account. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Where'd you get that? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. If I said like, hey, this is my thing, will you guys buy that? It'd be silent, no likes. Like, it was, people don't,
but don't take it personal.
That's why I will randomly promote somebody's business and cheer and all of that. Like, I sow good seeds. It's important.
Right.
So,
and people really appreciate that. I get people who will DM me like, girl, like my post. I'll be like, you gonna tell me to like your post? Like, that don't.
Okay.
Yes.
So someone has DM'd me more than one time. All right, I'm choosing my words. She done said she gonna post this. So someone has DM'd me more than one time and sent me an ad of theirs.
Okay.
With no words or nothing. And I was kind of like, okay. So I'd like, I doubled, I liked it. Like, well, I don't know what that's for, and moved on. And then she was like, can you post that? And I was like, I mean, I can. And I'm not even mad to do it. I'm happy to do it. But that's really nervy because you've never posted anything of mine.
Like, can we talk really briefly about social media etiquette?
There's a
So,
lot. How about say hello?
God, this is a whole new.
I need to stop recording. Turn this off. Push that button. Turn this off.
If I turn it off,
Carrie, you gotta do this once a week. Carrie, you gotta do this once a week so we can get some things out, girl. Because
you need to
seriously.
turn that off.
If I turn it off, then everybody is off.
That's true. That's true. No, I'm
gonna say it because I could care less about backlash. In the word. First off,
I done got nervous.
People, if you want somebody to do something for you, first off, butter me up. I'm not gonna hold you. Hi, hello. That's a way of buttering somebody up. Don't just post this. I'm sorry, is this your Instagram? Do you have my password and my username? No, you do not. So that means you do not own this. So that means I do with it what I please, when I please, how I please, the way that I please. That's one.
Right.
2. Now, my biggest issue is don't send me your video. Like, if you are sharing your story, don't share all of your story with me and expect me to 1, watch, 2, like it. Let me do it how I feel like doing it. Or if it shows on my feed, then it's on my feed. Right. Or you can say, hey, I haven't seen you interact with my post. I wanted to know whether or not you were seeing it. There is ways in which that you could say things to people that will influence them to engage with you.
Right.
Do not send me every one of your stories talking about, did you see this? You know I didn't see it. That's why you sent it to me.
Oh, that's really self-important. That's bizarre.
Right. And you can see who see your stories in your stories.
It says same.
Oh, come on with the honesty.
I mean, they're like, okay, this person seen it, this person didn't. Like, I mean, I'm not, then it becomes, you need to be authentic. Like,
there it is.
I will like and go through people's stuff. Sometimes I don't look at everybody's stories, but then sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let me check this out. And I will repost, but I'm like, yo, I really like what this person is doing. But when I see people send me stuff in DM and I'm just kind of like, or tag me on everything, I'd be like,
oh, that was the other
one.
Don't tag me. Don't tag me if it ain't got nothing to do with me, because I'm not gonna like it and I'm gonna take myself out that tag, and you just gonna have to be big mad by yourself in a corner someplace, because that does nothing for me. Now, the way that you need to do things is communicate. For some odd reason, people just are expectant of other people to just do, like, oh, I'm gonna send this to this person, they're gonna like it. No. If you don't know me and you don't know necessarily what I like and what I don't like, and you send me something I don't like, I'm not going to pity like it just because you sent it to me. You're kind of sort of manipulating a person.
I will.
And yeah, like, I don't like that. You're literally manipulating a person. You're shaming them, and you're providing peer pressure for them to engage with you in a way that's favorable for you. You don't care how that person felt about it. You don't care if they felt like, okay, this person never likes my stuff, but they want me to like all of their stuff. And then that's another thing. Like, for me, I don't care if people like stuff or they don't like stuff. I've never cared about numbers. Anybody that has known me since I started social media to now, I was over here working on major brand deals when I only had like 200 followers. I care less about followers. Followers have never done anything for me because I don't see myself as an influencer. I see myself as Vastia, as an entity. So I don't care about numbers. So if people engage or they don't engage, it makes me no different because I leverage other things. I don't leverage my following. Now, I get it. Some people, that's their thing. Like, oh my God, if I have all these followers, this, and this. And I'm like, yeah, but if you don't have organic engagement,
Right.
forcing it ain't gonna make it work.
If it's not authentic, it's not gonna work. You know that, remember that girl that had 1 million followers and she had the t-shirt line and she got $35? Only $35 for t-shirt. And I understand how you have 1 million followers, honey. And you only got 35 t-shirts.
She probably bought her followers.
Exactly.
No, she didn't. It's real. She's just not authentic. She's just a very selly person, and people wasn't messing with her like that. She's not authentic.
I follow her. I don't follow businesses that are just about, like, you know, if like, I don't upload a dress every day and here's a sale and blah blah blah. Like, if you don't have anything just a little bit extra, I don't care to follow that all. Like, what for?
Yeah, and then it like, and there's like a rhythm to it. Like with Beauty and Braids podcast, Instagram, like there's a rhythm to what I post. Like, I'm not gonna post because, oh my God, it has to go out. Or Beyonce just came out. Like, I need to put. I have to, like, there's like, you know, listen to this, 5 of these. I have to, like, it has to be some type of rhythm and rhyme to the posting.
And people understand your rhythm and rhyme over time. They will understand what kind
But back to what you were saying, Vastia, I will like things as long as I don't dislike it, right? If it doesn't make me feel a way in my tummy and I dislike it, then the like costs me nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, boom, 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 boom. I'm liberal with the likings, right? Like, God bless you. I hope you succeed. There's no reason not to. And I did post her thing. And I was like, okay, but I just thought, wow, this is so self-important. But a lot of people are. So that's, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
Make sure you send her all your things now. And send it all.
No, I don't even know if she follows me, which is cute, but whatever. I don't even know. I don't care either. You know what I mean?
No, let me tell you something, girl. You gonna have to.
No, Mama. I promise you, I am very type A. Like, I have it my way, right? But I have to care, and I don't.
Oh, so
like, it doesn't cost, like, it was no kind of, I wouldn't have even remembered maybe if this hadn't come up, right? It wasn't like, I can't believe her, because I will set a boundary and say anything to anybody. Like, I'm not run over by any means. I just don't care. I just think like, her life is probably this big, and shit, her business, I mean, God bless her. I hope not, but it maybe struggles because you reap what you sow. You know what I mean? Like, I am not in a position where I've really felt like I had to combat with her, or that maybe I even want you to promote my brand because maybe it doesn't line up with whoever follows you, right?
Exactly.
bizarre that someone would have the audacity. That's the part that kind of was like, that's a trip. And I kept going, like, whatever, okay, girl. But then I posted it, and then so they obviously then posted that I posted it, and I was like, but then they like grayed out my company name, right? Because you could go out of your way and make someone's company, you know what I mean? Like you could. You know, if you post, if someone mentions you in a story and you just automatically click to add to your story, it doesn't show their business name clearly. So I always go out of my way and at them, write large, which is the point. If I am advertising you, I need people to see what your company name is, right? Or your ad.
Right.
Otherwise, what's the point? Right. So I did that, but she did that. And it was kind of like,
wow.
This is all about you. You know what I mean?
I'm a Pisces and I'm petty, and it would just win the gun down.
I have to care.
I'm working on myself every day.
Follow my personal Instagram.
This is me.
Working on myself every day.
My eyebrow goes up, and if people meet me, they're like, "Oh, she's so sweet." But I'm like very observant. So I'm like, I will help people and everything like that. But then my eyebrow goes up when I start to feel a kind of way, and I'm like, oh.
I mean, my personal account is very different than my business account. My business account is a very distinct brand. That is not necessarily who I am personally exact. You know what I mean? It's different. It's business facing. And I don't care that much. But personally, I would just say to whoever was like, really? Girl, next time, don't waste your time or my time. We okay with that. Like,
yeah, because and then that's the other thing though, is like, I just don't like how the way that society currently is going, like where they don't like cancel culture, which I think of it as keeping people accountable, sharing how you feel about how somebody else made you feel. For some reason, that's looked down upon, in a sense where it's like constructive criticism.
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah.
You
know, you can't do that. But
oh my gosh, because they're human.
Listen,
girl, after this call, I'm about to tell everybody I just canceled somebody. Can't wait. I wrote down the whole thing. Can't wait to tell everybody no.
Because the thing is that we live in a current society where everything is more so appearance based for internet, right? So everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're human. This person made a mistake. Yes. We acknowledge that a person made a mistake. We also see the pattern in which this person makes certain mistakes. Right. And the thing is that you have to set boundaries so that way you don't allow yourself to be victimized by that person's inherent trait of being this trash individual. So I think that that's what people tend to fail to figure out.
That the other trash individuals don't come over here and try to do no trashy ass thing, because we don't got the time.
I know the editing on this segment about to be hard.
Oh,
girl,
I'm gonna have to be like, this is now continued.
Because the other thing is, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, the other thing that I see that people are afraid of is constructive criticism. There's a difference between constructive criticism and someone who's actually hating on you. If somebody is giving you valid points like, hey, this, and this, that's constructive criticism. If somebody is just like, oh, you suck, that's hating. There is a huge difference, but I feel like people just lump it all into, oh, I have a whole bunch of haters, when in all actuality, I want to see you prosper and I want to see you grow. So these are the areas that I think, in my opinion, could help you, boost you to where it is that you're trying to go, as opposed to someone who's just like, boo, you suck.
Right.
There's a clear difference.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people just clump them all together and everything is haters. Everything is haters. And I'm like, bro, that's not how this works.
No, it is. It's like anytime you giving somebody some crucial advice on, like, you know what, I'm giving you solutions. That's constructive criticism. But when you
give something about that, Karen, real quick, I got you on that. I agree with you on that. But if you have not gone through the same struggle and came back on it on top, it's hard for me. Do you understand that?
You want to listen to people who actually doing it.
Yeah, like you telling me my thing is wrong. Oh, did you do it?
Uh-oh.
It's wrong because you did it before, right? And you fixed it. Okay, but if you telling me what I'm doing is wrong, but you didn't even do it. You haven't been in my position. You don't have the same company. You haven't gone through the mess. Then how are you going to tell me something's wrong?
Okay,
I listen to people that have experience.
You preaching right. You preaching right.
I'm sorry, experience.
Here's some good advice.
So this is going to be a little unpopular opinion. I tend to have those a lot. I feel like everything is context. I think everything is context, because ultimately I don't have to do crack to know that I don't want to do crack. I don't have to do something for me to be able. I could have seen it done by somebody else. I could have known someone else that has achieved what it is that you wanted to achieve. And I listened to what that person said. And I'm like, oh, well, this is how this person did.
But that's
X,
a
Y, and Z.
footnote, and that's a reference.
That's a
But
reference.
people know sometimes you don't even have the footnote or the reference.
Or sometimes some people are just like, oh, it just is a thought that just popped up in their head, and that's what they're sharing with you. So sometimes it's not necessarily that they think that they know better than you because they haven't been in that position.
Some of them do, though.
It's more so that person just thinks that the information that they're giving you comes from a place of like, oh, here's another perspective of how to look at it. Here's another way of trying to do it. So that's why I say like it's context, because there's some people who do. I know some people who are in trash-ass relationships giving trash-ass relationship advice. And I know some people who are who've been single for forever, who actually give advice that is fair, honest, and what you call it. So for me,
because
again,
they're single and they probably been through the trash.
No, some people don't even do relationships. I was single for 12 years. I don't do relationships, but I give out wonderful relationship advice. Why? Because
but
I literally.
Here's the thing. I think back to Rochelle. Is that right, Rochelle? Mm-hmm. Okay, back to Rochelle's critique. I think that's fair. And so someone who's offering advice to you, if they're being honest and offering it like, hey girl, I don't know for sure, right? Like I said earlier, like I don't know about that. Don't devalue yourself. I am not in that kind of business model, right? But I can tell you the fundamental things are the same. We as a culture often devalue ourselves. I'm not saying you don't love yourself and all that. I didn't get all deep.
Yeah, right.
Or whatever, right? And I said, and we're not raised that way. That's a generalization. Maybe you talk differently, right? So a lot of it, you pick and choose, but you know where the person's coming from. And so I'm gonna support what you said. I was given advice, which is probably well known, but at the time to me it was like a real aha moment. Someone said, you cannot take advice from someone you wouldn't swap lives with. And that one I had to chew on. I had to shower with that. I had to pray about it. Like I chewed on that for a while, wrote it down. I went back to it, and I was kind of like, but now I try to, if I'm ever not sure if there's a gray area, then I try to consider that, like, yeah, maybe not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm weighing this thing out and I'm kind of like, and I'm not trying to just judge your situation for no reason. I'm judging it because you offer something into my situation, right? And then I'm kind of like, yeah, probably that doesn't weigh as heavy, right? Because you don't even, not because like, well, you're not married and you don't make X and you don't drive this car. No, maybe because you were just unhappy. Period. You are a miserable person. So I'm going to let whatever you said lay where it fell, right? Like, okay, thanks so much. But no, because you are not speaking life into me. Whereas you don't necessarily have to have done all these things I'm about to do or aspiring to do to weigh in, but it matters like the heart. For me, it matters what's inside. Like I said earlier about I don't know if I said these words, but you have to protect your peace. I have to protect my peace. So when Karen mentioned like she blocked her mom, well, God bless mom, right? But anybody, you have to pick and choose the people. And so you mentioned you only have 55 minutes online, where I enjoy social media, but I promise you the people that I follow, I can have big spoons of them because they are a blessing to me. They are entertaining. Well, even the shade room, honey, is a ministry sometimes. Like if I'm having a tough day at work, I muted the real tears because we are comedic people. Okay, I'd be like, this is what
we are hilarious.
But I'm not following anything that does not line up with me. So those
Yeah.
same people, so when there are people that email me or want to send text messages or forward these bizarre articles and all that, then I shut them down, right? Because I'm not my brand on my end. I'm like, girl, enough of all this. Like, do you have anything good to say? Did you wake up this morning? Did the sun shine over there? Because it's shining in Oakland. Like, what is going on? You are annoying. Enough. Like, please don't reach out unless you have something good to say. Seriously.
Keep
And
it
so
to yourself.
I've lost a couple friends in this 28-day quarantine, and I'm okay because they're miserable.
You out here mourning friendships right now? Like, you like,
R.I.P. Say next to the next friendship.
Girl, get out of here. You're horrible. Well, I don't understand why people want to go out. And I'm like, well, you didn't have a life 28 days ago, so you ain't missing nothing. I live a full life. I'm ready to go outside. You
Not
are
even only that, but
you're raising a miserable little boy, and I pray for him because you're a horrible person. But the thing is, so she and her stuff ain't based in fact. So I said something at like 4 in the afternoon. You know, this winter was still going at 10. I didn't even respond, honey. She had something stuck in her craw. She could not get over it, and that is because you are horrible. And what I said was real, and I moved on with my life because at a point I didn't care that much, right? So now I've moved on. She couldn't get. I'm telling you, my phone was busy. I was like, really? I almost had to reach out because I was like, is she gonna be able to sleep? She is miserable. But that is very consistent with what I said. She clings to negativity, and that was negative, right? She could not get over it. She had to like go on and on and on and on. You still cursing at 10 o'clock, girl.
Right.
First off, if you got to get to the point where you start cursing, I'm sorry. Yeah, I curse a lot, but if you get me to like argue with you and then curse.
If someone curses just because, I have some friends that curse a blue streak, honey. That's just how laughing, talking for any reason, they just go in. So that's consistent, right? But if you just are mad and now you pissed off and cursing, you're doing a lot. Over. We're talking about the coronavirus, honey. She was lit. Like, I was just like, first of all, I'm about business and data, right? I'm a math girl. And then she was like, she sent this inflammatory, inaccurate, and incomplete. First of all, she needs to read more than the headline. Read the whole article, then come back. Then she's like, do you know that our numbers and Italy's numbers, did you know how big Italy, you ain't been nowhere. Do you know how big Italy is?
That part.
But I think,
let's just look at the population.
Not to help her, but I'm not an analytical person. I am a heart person. I am an emotional being, and I know that. And a lot of times you just have to know who you are to help yourself and help others. So when I am interacting with one of my friends that's probably more like you, you know, I have to let them know I'm not saying this because of whatever. I'm saying this because I'm frustrated. Like, why are you sharing this information with me? You know, I'm a little frustrated. I'm scared. I don't know what's happening. I'm having high anxiety.
I have to
I might need to deal with that.
You don't do, if your only interaction with them is that you are panicked and freaked out, or you have something negative to say, then you should turn inside and look at why that is. Mm-hmm. If she had anything good to say, anything, she has a toddler. Mm-hmm. What kind of mom do you know never sends something cute about the baby? She don't have nothing good to say.
I mean,
this conversation does.
I love this conversation.
Can I just say one thing to help one thing? Okay. I don't know how close you are with that person, right?
Not terribly.
Okay, but it's like, let's
we ain't in touch.
Let's just say for argument's sake that you are close with this person.
I love her.
Let's just say you're close with the girl, right? Let's just say. And you're like, yo, this girl is being so annoying. I think at that point, you need to like move the coronavirus and be like, yo, what's up with you? Like, are you feeling good? Like, how's your day? Like,
but that's only if you're invested.
But there's some people who wait for that. Like, there's some people that thrive on you asking them how they doing, just so they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like, and then they just drain you. Like, I'm about energy and peace. right? Where it's like, I do not want to sit here and go back and forth, just, I ain't nobody therapist. Like, I'll be like,
Right,
what?
and you're not, and that's why I think this has happened to me personally. That's why, and it was like I was getting like, Shelly, you mad emotional, so how you getting annoyed by her? But it's because I'm going through a lot, and it was draining. And me, even though I'm emotional, I'm like internal. So like I go inward. So like a lot of people didn't even know that, my uncle died. A lot of people didn't know that a lot of things happening, because sometimes I just be like I'm a hermit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I am. But a lot of people are like more out, like come to me, like seek attention wise. And she was doing that to me while I was dealing with a lot that she didn't know about. And I said to her, because I was like, I didn't want to blow up on her, because then it would be bad, right? Like we just go, oh. So I was like, listen, I'm hearing you. You have 20 minutes. And I love you. But the reason why you have 20 minutes is because I'm dealing with a lot emotionally right now. And I just can't do it. I love you, but I can't. But I know that there is a good therapist. Here's her number. I'm serious. There is things out there that can help you. And I think that you might need to seek that, because you probably need constant counsel. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can't, unfortunately, be that constant counsel with you right now, because I am going through so much. And I love you so much that I'm going to try to help you seek another avenue.
Yeah, and those people that
which is what you're supposed to do ultimately. Because the thing is that with mental health, that people fail to realize, everybody has their own level of issues in which that they can and can't deal with, that they will or will not deal with, that they will engage with or they won't engage with. I think the thing is like you said, knowing your own mental health and knowing like, all right, I know normally I'm like at a 10 and this person is at a 10 right now. So maybe I need to go at like an 8 or a 7 real quick and let them be at that 10, and then you can either go back and forth, or you, like you said, set those boundaries of, listen, I can only do X amount of whatever I can do. Because ultimately, when it comes to your mental health, I think that people fail to realize that other people have mental traumas also. People fail to realize that there are other people who have other things going on. And I get it, when it's self, if you lack self-actualization, you can't see that other people are going through stuff. And it has nothing to do with empath. It has nothing to do with anything else. It could literally just be like, your problems are so big for you to handle right now that you don't see other people having problems. You only see you have a problem. You need to figure out what's going on. And this person tends to either listen to you, but now that person has some stuff going on. So there are
you don't have something going on and you just can't do it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of resources that provide teletherapy during this time. So you can do, for anybody who's listening, you could go to Therapy for Black Girls, Therapy for Latinx, Therapy for Black Men, Therapy for single parents, Therapy for Parents. And then you can go to psychology.com, and they tend to have psychologists who provide teletherapy, so that way you can actually stay home. It's encrypted. You type to them, you can Zoom call them, you can phone them on the phone. And then there's other resources. If you're in New York, call 311. They actually have a mental health line with Vibrant Health. You can use those resources. And that, like I said, unfortunately, I'm one of those people that just be knowing too much in this area. So
no, it's good.
That would be helpful. So like for like right now, a lot of people, they know how vocal I am. So they're sending me, like I said, I have people who work at the hospitals. So people in the hospitals are sending me pictures of the morgue, or they're sending me pictures of, like videos of the way that they're being treated. And I'm over here trying to organize things behind the scenes of like trying to get them PPEs and trying to get them masks, reaching out to different companies, working with different companies so that way we can coordinate. So like on the back end, I'm doing all of this stuff. And that's why I only give myself 55 minutes of Instagram, because on Instagram is where people tag me the most. Instagram is where people just send me everything. They send me every 5G message. They send me every cop that's police brutality, because I focus on all of those things. So since I am an advocate for my community, I tend to be sent a lot of things that have to do with my community. So for me, the way that I regulate my own mental health is I will zone out for about like an hour or two, and I will watch YouTube videos, or I will write something, or that's why like I'm about to finally be done with my novel.
Right.
This novel is, over 100,000 words. I'm currently reformatting. I just worked on 2 scripts that I sent to a couple of publications. Like, I'm always doing something. And that's how I get my mind off of all that's going on. But I also allow myself 55 minutes. Like, all right, let me go on Instagram. Let me go like a whole bunch of pictures. Let me go comment and let me respond to people. All right, let me hop off of this. Let me go on Twitter. Let me see what's going on in the Twitterverse.
Right.
And I pretty much do that, but at the same time, or like me and my brother, we watch anime together. I love anime. I've been watching Japanese animation since I was a kid. So those are my escapes from the world. But I always used to be that person that everybody called whenever they had an issue, whenever they have a problem, whenever anything, because I deal with stress better. But that's not fair to me. Just because I deal with stress better doesn't mean that it's okay for you to dump stress. So echo her, like setting those boundaries, you have to set those boundaries. Like there's certain relationships I don't mend, because ultimately if we keep playing repeat on the same issue over and over again, I'm not going to keep doing it. Right. It's just not conducive to my mental health, and I can't engage with it anymore. Yeah. So that's why when she said, "Oh yeah, no, I knew her. Yeah, we knew her."
But this one thing for mine also, because I think it's not even that deep for her, right? If it's not that deep for you, because I know you probably have to say that, I would say that you don't have to give her back the same energy. Sometimes you might just, she like, yeah, girl, and Italy is, they dying. And then I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Okay, now. Girl.
I received what you said. I received what
water
you
for
said.
the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to give her back that, you don't, because after a while, it's going to fade down.
That's why I say, if they on 10, you be right down here. Like,
the only way to take out fire is through water. So you can't do fire and fire. It's just going to be a bigger flame.
So the thing is, like, we're not good friends. She is family of someone I'm good friends with. So I interact with her periodically, but I love her, right? Love her family, love her little. But our only interactions are, and then there's a group chat. Our only interactions are.
Don't get me started on group chat.
Like, the only thing she has to offer the group is something negative. Oh my gosh, my mouth hurts. I'm in so much pain. I have cramps today. The baby's sick. Like, oh my gosh, so and so died. I feel so sick. Like, but she's like that about anybody. Like, she just legit, that's her one note. Like, someone's like, oh, I got a headache. Oh my gosh, do you think you have a tumor? You might have a tumor. Blah blah blah. It's like, how about offer them Advil? Let's start step 1. Maybe you need a little caffeine. Do you want to have a half cup of coffee? May I get you a coffee? We don't have to jump to cancer in the brain. Like, let's not go. But I heard what you said, where I could take that off the table, whatever horrible thing she just said, and say, how you doing? Like, what's up? Right? Like, I'm happy to swap this like a toddler, take that out of their hand, put something else in their hand. And I know that's going to go horrible too, right? Because some will be wrong with her and she just got a flat tire and, whatever. And then, but I'll keep trying to do that.
Girl, my suggestion.
It's exhausting, but I don't have to interact with her often.
To be done. Because some people, like,
blew up the group chat, baby.
Look, I'll see you in the group chat.
No, I blew it up. After that, People were like, oh gosh. everyone responded with that escalated quickly. And they sent the big explosions, and then somebody else started a new one and didn't invite her. And I was like, hold on, that's not where I was going. But it was just like, it's freaking enough.
But then that just tells you that if everybody didn't want to invite her into the new group chat, it's her.
It's her family too. I'm the outsider.
She's just somebody that they have to have.
Her family happily dumped her off and started a group chat. They should have excluded me. And I was like, I'm sorry, Auntie. I ain't mean to make the spot hot. I'm respectful of my elders.
I'm guilty of doing that one time in the group chat, though. I am guilty. I'm guilty of doing that one time because I was having high
things weigh on you.
And they said, somebody was like, listen, you have to warn us when you're going to send something that's triggering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, you know what? That's right. But there has to be someone in that chat to be like, listen, you guys have to calm this down. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You know,
also, send it to somebody else. Just take me off your list of the twos when it's something horrible. Also, where do you think the rest of us live? Are we in Bosnia? Are we somewhere in the mountains of Pakistan? Did you think we didn't also have access to this same freaking CNN article? Like, are you kidding me right now? You aren't offering anything new.
Right.
And then also, go somewhere. Why don't you get out the house? Do something. And then you would know
you should say
the whole country of Italy inside of California to give you some perspective. Like, girl, can you do math? Like, let's start with easy math. You know what I'm saying?
See, but you got to remember, some people, like she said, there's.
But I heard you, Rashad. I ain't gonna say all that. That's not what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just be like, so how are you doing, Mama? How are you? How's the baby?
What's going on with you?
The baby counting. In fact, put the baby on the phone. Hi, baby. It's Auntie Maya.
That's how you do it. You go,
oh, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not. I heard you. I'm telling you, I promise. I don't lie. I really don't. I received what you said, and I'm going to do it. And you know what? I ain't heard from her, since that she went into the night with that last one, but I haven't responded. And the group chat is done. But I am going to reach out. I'm going to be the one. I'm going to initiate and be like, what's up, Ma? How you been?
Good.
And then I'm going to forward you what the flip she says.
There you go.
It's going to be like,
The thing is also, I agree.
I'm a screenshot.
Again,
look at Vastia.
Is context. Everything is always going to be context because different people, you could deal with them at different capacities because you've built up a level of I wouldn't like to say understanding, but like you've built a tolerance level for each person. And some people you need vacations from. If you need vacation from work, you need vacation from people. Like that's just so if you need time before you go reach out to shorty, take your time.
Yeah. Cool down. Cool down, because girl, through this chat, we see that it's more than you just need to cool down.
That
is similar.
The thing is, I don't think she needs to cool down. I just think that this is how she tells the story. So I receive it as like that's just fact based. I just think like shorty sound like she a lot, and as a person who just finished dealing,
she doesn't have any way to spell.
She doesn't know how to express herself.
Get out that energy. Because I tell people, go yell out at the mountains. Go to the mountains. Go to the woods.
Girl, we in New York. What mountains?
Girl, you could go right there to Central Park. There's areas that you could go to where nobody will find
you. Don't want to get no ticket from the damn cops now. Just write it in your journal.
Y'all can't go to the park?
Yeah, right.
Well, you can, but everybody's been like going to the park and
people
being
still
right
in the park.
Just cancel the park, girl.
No, they still in the park. They closed the park down, but they still in the park.
They still in the park.
Yeah, they gated it and they're still in there.
So densely populated. It's hard for you to go somewhere and then be 10 feet apart. So
I think that's also why I keep saying, like, with the data and the numbers, I'm like, nah, America, like New York we have so many people in New York that we know of. There's so many that we don't know of that are in New York.
Yeah, right.
They underground, girl.
They are. Have you seen that series? They live underground in the train station, the abandoned ones. They have TV and they have microwave. They have lights and everything.
Yep.
And
when I was younger, when I was like 15, I used to be on the scene, right? Which is like drag and you know the scene. So I used to be on the scene.
Hi, I don't know the scene.
Okay, so the scene, you have it's basically a bunch of communities of houses, right? Where it's
like Pose?
Yeah.
Like have you seen Pose from Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah, like LGBT.
So like on the scene, like you have way back in the day, we would find places that were abandoned, and that's where we would party till about like 7 o'clock, mind you. And the partying doesn't always include like liquor and stuff. It's literally just energy. It's literally voguing, posing, new way, run, like it's all of those things. And it's basically us just feeding off of each other's energies. But there's people that were in the community that lived certain lifestyles in those abandoned buildings or like in abandoned areas. And like we would find like the most randomest of places. And mind you, I was like 15. I shouldn't have been doing that, but you know, such is my life. My life is a very interesting one. So like we would do stuff like that, but there's literally people who that's like their world is they don't want to be a part of what goes on above ground, because the shenanigans that go on above ground, they don't want to deal with. So they got microwaves down in the sewers.
Listen,
money. How do you live? How do you make money?
They panhandle sometimes.
Yeah. You know how much money you can make panhandling?
Thousands of dollars panhandling.
You can make.
So they come up. They come above ground for
just to panhandle and stuff like that, and get some, some groceries, and then go back down.
Yep.
Oh.
And their prices be nice sometimes. Sometimes it don't be nice. Like my ex, he is New York City. He does stuff underground. Like he does construction, kind of construction, like MTA kind of stuff. The tunnel workers. And he says it's his job to tell them, like, I know you've been here for 20 years and we haven't seen you, but you probably you gotta go now. And he says he hates it every time that he a real building. Like sometimes they'll build a new pipe and they haven't been somewhere in like 40 years. And then the city, like, this spot here, we need to build a pipe there. And he'll have to go and he's going to see people there. And he's like, shit. And he feels bad. And he's like,
that's crazy.
I'm sorry. I know you've been here for like 20 years, but you got to find a new pipe or you got to find a new area because I got to build a pipe through here.
Yeah.
The sewer people?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes it smells, he said, but sometimes they like it's clean.
Yeah, because the thing is like a lot of they're very clean.
Why would it not smell? I expected that it did smell.
No, because the thing is that you have to remember a lot of people who don't want to be above ground or they don't want to interact with humans. They just don't want to interact with humans. A lot of them have a lot of OCD or like obsessive traits. So they clean a lot or they adjust things a lot. They organize a lot because that's something that soothes them.
Yeah.
And some people like, when you look at certain pipes and certain areas like underground, there's a lot of stations that are underneath other stations. So the station is already built. The walls are still clean. Everything is still clean, but the way that they depict it on television and the way that it is like in person are two different things. So like our train station above ground, like the real train station that like the real trains go through, they're filthy, they're disgusting. But like in certain areas,
now, though? It was on the news that you guys like.
Girl, not every train station is clean now, girl.
Girl, no. I don't know.
How many train stations we got? Girl,
I don't know. I think that was for TV, girl.
And they were like, I mean, they showed the people scrubbing. I said, in New York, really?
That was for TV.
That's for TV.
Oh, wow.
Girl, they probably was doing the same area
My train
Every
station
time.
was not scrubbed. Okay,
It was.
it was
I-
not.
After they showed that, I was on the train. I was like, now where? This looked like it's been here for like 5 years. Like this thing.
No.
Come on now,
They
stop it.
picked the most like populated or maybe the most like essential stations. I feel like that's
I
how.
don't even think that. I think they was just saying.
That whole thing was staged. I don't care what nobody tells
So
me.
they did it just for the cameras that one time.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
my stations have not been clean.
that's terrible, but it's typical.
And you know the funny thing is that when you see that they're capable and that they just don't, and it's like, it's infuriating because you guys charge close to $3 for us to take a train or a bus to get from here to there, right? And yes, you guys get a lot of traffic, but there's certain hours that are peaked and you guys have the data to show you, all right, this would be the perfect time to actually go clean X, Y, and Z. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel as though in America, because we're not in unison as far as cultures and so on and so forth, we have a whole bunch of people who don't necessarily know how to clean up after themselves, whereas in other countries, because they've all grown up together, they've all had like a sense of culture in a sense. They all know how to clean because we have a lot of people here in America that are a different skin tone that don't or do feel as though,
Well,
cleanliness is close to godliness.
Yeah.
You know?
It's subjective.
That's just now, because of that, you have a whole bunch of people who are some people who throw trash on the ground, and then you have those that pick it up. And then you have those who are like, okay, well, the people who work here are going to be the ones to pick it up. So it's like everybody kind of sort of has their own perspective of how or their level of cleanliness for the outside world compared to how they are inside their home.
Take care of your own trash.
Yeah.
But
There's
and then
a trash
also
can right
you have
there.
trash cans. You know how many trash cans at in train stations are overflowing, so people just throw it, and then that's what causes train track fires and garbage fires that continuously happen because ultimately
So many
they're being honestly, a lot of the people are being overworked, underpaid, and unfortunately, if they keep with the same model, it's not going to work. You guys have enough money.
I remember. Well, right now during the corona, they're giving them a week work and a week off. So they have like that's been their thing. Like my friend, he's like, this is like vacation, like, and then he goes back. But to your point of saying like people throwing their trash, there was one time I was on the train and it was a clean train. They done cleaned it already. I'm sitting there. This guy comes with his coffee. He sits down and then he drops the coffee on the floor. Like it falls. It spills. I'm like, so I pick up my feet. Now, he's just like, oh my God. He's with his friend. It pulls up to his stop, right? And he just gets up. And like, I said, excuse me, come pick up your cup.
Oh, he didn't pick up the cup?
Pick up the cup. I said, come pick. He was like, oh, and picked it up. And I was like, I ain't fitting to be here looking at trash that you literally just dropped and you just gonna get up and walk away. Like, come on, you can't pick up the coffee, but you sure can pick up that cup. Take it out, and there's a trash can right there on that platform.
People don't got no type of manners and they don't have pride in where they live, and that's really sad.
It is, and it's sometimes you do have to check them, but I worked at a psychiatric hospital for almost 5 years, so I know how to talk to different personalities. And you know, you kind of read people. Like, I'm not gonna look at somebody who look like they're about to snap. I'm gonna be like, let me look at you a couple of times. Give you the eye.
Right.
You see me, see you.
Right.
All right. So it just depends on how you read a person, because not everybody is out, and there's a lot of people who are in mental health. I mean, locked up in the psychiatric hospitals that do get passes. And they come out and people are arguing with these people. And I'm sitting there like, yo, that person will snap and crackle and pop your, like, I'm just, But if people don't realize that. And I'm there like, yo, they'll see somebody talking and they'll be like, oh, Timmy, hey, what you doing? And I'm like, gosh, you see me. Like, they'll call me for my last name. And I'm just like they are like, they are crazy.
And don't get me started on America and how we treat the homeless and the mental health people and people who are discharged from hospitals, because ultimately we treat them like trash and then we wonder why they're in the streets, and then we get angry as a society when in all actuality it's our government.
Right.
Yeah, no, especially like veterans, how they are treated. I feel like they shouldn't pay anything. I think they should have free housing. They should have all types of, stuff just given to them.
Especially due to the
have to
level
work.
of PTSD. First off, the level of PTSD within the Black community. Then on top of that, you have a lot of these guys that have the PTSD from growing up with being in the hood that go serve this country.
Girl.
They go to someplace else. They get another level of PTSD. Then we send them back, and then we wonder why they are the way that they are. And then we continue to kill them, thinking that that's solving a problem. When in all actuality, the thing that the problem is the way that we have our system set up in America. But again, don't get me started on our government.
Sarah, you're gonna have to do another one.
Girl, I know. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be part 2.
But thank you so much, because I got a podcast and I got a lot of information to put on this podcast, girl.
Girl, I'm saying, like, this is gonna be like, this is brought to you special number 2. Here we go. This is the government. Nah. But it's just gonna be like the real of the real. So I'm gonna do definitely 2 parts of this, because I do want to keep talking, but I am sweating. This man ring light is killing me. I'm burning up.
Okay, yeah.
My ring light been washing me out. Every time I get too close, I'm over here looking like a ghost.
I don't have a ring light. This is not.
Everybody got a ring light?
Yeah, I was like, because my lighting is crazy. The regular lighting is like dull, so I was like, let me put the ring light so you can see me.
So on your wall there, is that paper, what's it called, wallpaper?
No, I used to draw. I used to go to college and I'm an artist.
Oh.
But I did this. I don't know if you can see upstart.
No, I can. Oh, I didn't see the piece, but I saw the love the whole time.
So when you said you're about the piece, I'm like, girl, I'm about the piece. And on this side, let me show you. I'm gonna pick up my. On this side is the rest of the wall.
Oh,
but I put like, girl, I had nothing to do. I put sunflowers on it. Like, I glued it.
Love it.
Like with a glue gun.
That is so cool.
Hold on, let me take a picture of that.
So that's my like affirmation wall.
My friend was trying to do something.
You can make her big, Rochelle, so you get a good picture.
Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, I'm figuring it out now.
So this is like my affirmation wall.
That is so dope, ma. Super dope.
Yes. Well, I want to say thank you, Karen, for thinking of me to come on. And this has been amazing. All 3 of you guys are amazing. Like literally, like dope chicks, honey. Okay.
So are you, and you're welcome.
Well, I appreciate your takeaway. I'm going to apply that, I promise.
Yeah.
Y'all are dope. I like this. This was a good blend.
This was a good energy. Like
it was. Didn't nobody peddle me no makeup that I came here for. You didn't want to tie your scarf for me.
I'm
like
play the chat.
I need some product recommendations, but my soul feels good. I gotta say, this was beauty on the inside today.
Yeah.
Good.
It's definitely poetry. I was like, I'm gonna just do it. I went to run and I was like, I just want this to be a talk. Like, it doesn't have to be that many people, a lot of people on it, as long as the quality is quality over quantity. So it you don't want too many people having to just talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just was like, I'm gonna let spirit lead, and spirit led this conversation to like 3, I think it was like 3-4 conversations. I don't know. We talked about good conversations.
Gems. Okay, some gems that each person said, and not articulate like gems, like not like some foolishness or whatever, like that. Some real good stuff.
Because
Yeah,
I think the thing
helpful.
the other thing that with social media is everybody wants those like Instagrammable quotes. Like they
Right.
want that 1 or 2 liners. And
Right.
it's like, yeah, no, there has to be a conversation past that 1 or 2 liners
Liner.
because it's
You
empty.
need substance. Yeah, you
Yes,
need
indeed.
substance. And you need authentic people. Like, it's all about people who know themselves, that don't have to compete with everybody else because they basically living who they want to be, or they're
Right.
working towards
They're
getting
in
to the
their
person they
lane.
want to be. Exactly. Like, stay in your lane, highlight different people. Like, I'm a braider, I braid, but I was like, Beauty King, she kills her, like her client.
I do the same for you. Yeah.
Thank you. And Vastia, like Maya, like everybody brings something different to the table. Not
To the
all my
table.
clients are gonna want certain things, and not everybody's client. So it's like, why are we competing? We can't get to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's about.
And anybody that, and also she'll tell you, like, if I know castings, I post castings. If somebody needs a braider for something, I'll hit you up. If
Right.
somebody needs, plus size clothing, small size clothing, a boutique for whatever reason, I said, because ultimately my thing is I've always been big on community, especially for my people. And that I will definitely always stand by my people forever and always. Because ultimately, I don't like how people are trying to make it seem like we don't have each other's back, because I've always felt like that was a lie, because there's so many women that I've known that have sat there and broke their back for each other. And yes, there's always going to be some people that don't do it, and yes, but that's in every culture. But I always felt like within our culture that was just a narrative. That's not the truth. Our people have always cared for one another to an extent. Of course, there's there's crabs in a barrel and all that stuff. Those things do play into it. But ultimately, when you hear people tell stories of revolutions, majority of revolutions have been started by us. Majority of revolutions have been inspired by us. So for me, I've always felt like, as far as us as Black women, as far as us as women, we do come together. It's just people make it seem like you're not supposed to have differing ideas from one another. I feel like we need to also accept who we are as a whole, not just snippets of each other.
Because we're all different.
Yeah, and
We're all
that's what
different.
the beautiful thing about it. We bring different things to the table, and we show throughout this whole conversation how many personalities, different views, and was still able to keep a harmonious conversation going. So it's like, you can respect people and not agree with them at the same time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, but I gotta end this. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna stay connected.
Bring it back later.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Like later on, like in a week or so, whatever. Come on, think of something, Chef.
Okay. All right. I do wanna come up with something like really funny, because I also have I'm certified in production, like film production, but I wanted to create something. I don't know if I should talk about it right now. Like,
Don't.
Don't.
On it. Sit on it. Pray on it.
Yeah.
Write it down, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Don't talk about it. Just work on it.
Okay. So
then tell us when you're ready. We'll support it.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm gonna ask one of y'all. The last time, I'm gonna ask Maya to lead us in a prayer. Lead us out in prayer.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you so much for each other. We thank you for this opportunity, this venue, this space that you inspired Karen to create for us. And we thank you for the individuals that participated today, and those that are represented with their brands. May every home be blessed in every situation that was discussed, and those that are not, those secret situations, every need. Our communities have been impacted, our country, and Father, we pray for our leaders, even when we feel like they're inadequate. Please lead them to do the right things that concern us and our country and keep us safe. May we be filled with your joy. And this is a special weekend for Christians and for Jews as well. It's also Passover and it's Easter. So we appreciate you and the love and fellowship, and may we continue to find creative ways to interact and inspire and laugh at a bizarre time. And may we look back on this and have grown from this experience. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Why my cat get inspired to come over here when I prayed? Is that something? Random.
Yeah, he was like,
thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
You're awesome. Thank you so much again. Have a blessed week.
Yeah.
And just look out for everything. You know, I'm gonna be posting on Instagram.
I'm gonna follow you guys.
I'm silent this week. I'll be back tomorrow. I haven't been posting, but I'll be back tomorrow.
Well, it's Easter, and enjoy y'all Easter. So I'm gonna dress up. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna be home in my Sunday.
Girl, I got so
you better dress up for that count.
I'm gonna send you some links, honey.
Some links?
I'll send you some links, honey. If you dolling up, let's do it. I'm dolling up tomorrow. It's Easter.
Wait, what you mean links? You gonna send? You can't. I won't get it in time.
For tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why not?
What link?
There's something tonight, and then there's a service tomorrow. There's a brunch tomorrow. There's a cooking class tomorrow.
Oh my God! All
Yeah,
that?
come on, why not?
Oh, okay. So
but
I'm gonna.
The brunch you gotta let's get dressed.
Yeah. I know I have an African thing at night though. I think it's 7:00 at night.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Some African thing.
Speaking of African, I missed your girlfriend today. The one, she was a live wire, honey. She was hysterical.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
people's name. She was
Evelyn.
a live, and it's funny that you said Meek Mill. She said that too last week. She's like, "Oh no, because I'm Meek Mill under here." That is hysterical.
Yeah. You know what, Rochelle? You kind of like. Y'all are similar. You and my friend Evelyn, she does M&M beauty wigs. Okay. And she was like animated as well, like similar to you.
The funniest human. I couldn't take her. I was like, she's like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. But she was so fun. I had my camera off for most of it. I had to turn my camera on because I needed to I was like, oh my gosh, she is so funny. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is nice. Trapped inside and being able to hang out. I'm glad I can hang out with the East Coast on today.
Same here.
So look at you over here going through time zones.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to travel. You ain't going to get on a flight.
I know.
But I love the fact that y'all giving me good feedback on Beauty Extended. So I'm going to continue doing this every 2 weeks. Just so it gives me a mental, because I got to prepare, send out recaps and all that extra stuff. So I want to make sure that I have the right people aligned.
I was silent this week, so I couldn't post, but I will be able to do next one. I took Holy Week off of my posting.
What needed to happen, what needed to be posted, who needed to be here is here. So
perfect.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like, thank you, Spirit, thank you, God, thank you, ladies. You are all so beautiful. So just look at me.
Okay. Bye.
All right. See you later, guys. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
What is going on?
I was about to say this.
I'm going to end it now. Later.
Thank you again for listening to Beauty and Braids. I'm your girl Karen, and this has been another great day. Until next time, you'll hear from me then. In the meantime, please follow me on @HairByKaren, Shop Braid Appeal, and at YTC Nonprofit. Get to know me a little bit better. Check them out. Bye.